This has always been something that has been on my mind about certain right wing influencers. And, during the whole pandemic, how certain influencers like climbed up the ranks really quick, like within like a year or two, and they have like the YouTube plaques on their wall and stuff like that. When you've seen other creators on there for years and years and years, and it finally breaks for them or whatever. Well, you find out about the influencers in Tenant Media, and it's crazy. So, the Tenant Media scandal, the allegations. So, I am reading an actual report. The U.S. Department of Justice (DOJ) unsealed an indictment alleging that Russian operatives, specifically two people employed by the state media RT, secretly funded a Tennessee-based media company. According to prosecutors, about 9.7 million was funneled into that company. The money was used to pay U.S.-based influencers to produce content. The indictment alleges the content offered they aligned with pro-Kremlin interests, sowing divisions in U.S. politics. The DOJ claims the company and its founders concealed that the money came from RT Russia, and they used a fake front persona, Ed, Ed, Edward Grigorian, and as the investor. It's also alleged that some Russian agents, the two indicted, were involved directly in editorial decisions, edited, posted, and directed content under false identities. Finally, the indictment claims the founders didn't register as a foreign agent even though they were allegedly working with a foreign government. Who was involved? Here are the main people and entities in the scandal. Tenant Media, a Tennessee-based media company, described a network of heterodox commentators that focus on Western political and cultural issues. Co-founded by Lauren Chen, conservative commentator, and her husband Liam Donovan. According to the DOJ, they allegedly knew the money was coming from Russians. They are also accused of hiding the sources of money from the influencers. Russian operatives, the two RT Russian Today employees, are indicated. Um, I don't want to mess these names up. Kotiashi and Elena. These operatives allegedly laundered the money and directed content. Their goal, according to prosecutors, was to amplify U.S. domestic divisions in line with Russian government interests. Influencers commentator Tim Pool, popular YouTube podcast commentator. Benny Johnson, former BuzzFeed writer, now commentator. Dave Rubin, another big name in the right media wing. Lawrence Southern, also another part of the talent. Taylor Hanson and Matt Christensen are also named. According to the indictment, these influencers were paid large sums. For example, Rubin allegedly got $400,000 a month plus a $1,000 signing bonus. Pools allegedly paid $100,000 per episode. DOJ claims that despite these payments, many of these influencers did not know the real funding source, what the content was about, themes, free speech, immigration, illegal immigrants, race, gender, trans issues, criticisms of big tech, and skepticism in mainstream media. Prosecutors say these topics align well with narratives that benefit Russian interests, especially sowing division in American society. Well, I'm glad that they got to keep all that Russian influence money that they were putting out propaganda for, even if they were so called victims in this. They got to keep all that money that helped build their channel. And that was a lot of money. $8.7 million between a few influencers is a lot of money. We're not talking about like hundreds. We're talking about like a few, a handful. Unreal.